Today I will recap the 2011 Malaysian horror film named Superstition, Deal with the Devil. Before we start, it is a request to please like and comment on the video as it will help us to grow our reach. At the beginning of the movie, we see Johan with his mother, his newlywed wife Aishah, and his sister. He tells his mother he is going to the mosque because he has not seen 𝐀𝐃𝐄𝐒 for quite some time now. On the other hand, we see Anna in a bar. Her friends come there and ask her to join them, but she angrily leaves there, and we learn that she is frustrated because her boyfriend Johan got married to someone else. We then see Johan with 𝐀𝐃𝐄𝐒, and he tells him that he has come home to meet his mother as he had not met her for 2 weeks. 𝐀𝐃𝐄𝐒 suggests him to come home regularly as he is the only son of her mother, and he can't count on his little sister to take care of her alone. Only then 2 locals come to Imam asking for help, and they tell him that it looks like Uncle Aziz has been possessed. Imam reaches there with Johan and he starts reciting prayers. Possessed Uncle Aziz looks at him and says don't disturb him and his master. Imam says nobody is more powerful than God and asks Satan to get out of his body immediately. Satan says they have been united for so long and Aziz is the one who seeks him, so he will never leave unless he keeps his promise. Imam asks him what promise, to which he says an heir. He then gets up and says he will stay with him forever until he inherited him from someone else. Imam then begins reciting prayers, due to which Aziz falls to the ground. He then sits beside him and tries to expel Satan from his body. However, Aziz begins levitating in the air. Johan and others get terrified seeing this, but the devil does not leave Aziz's body, and finally, he dies in the process. After that, he comes out and finds a talisman under a stone under the house. He tells Johan to go home as he will be going back to Kuala Lumpur tomorrow. He asks Imam what exactly happened to Aziz, to which he tells him that this is what happens if someone believes in superstition. On the other hand, Anna's friends bring her home, who is not in her senses and was repeating Johan's name. Her friends tell her that she can't be like this every day and they are worried about her. Anna asks her friend Zira to help her, to which she says she has to accept the fact that he is married. She tries to calm her down saying that she has to forget him. Meanwhile, while returning home, Johan hears a female crying. When he looks towards the bushes, he feels as if he has seen something, but the next moment there is no one there. He then meets her mother and asks her to move with them, to which she says she doesn't want to be a burden on Aishah. He says he never thought of her and her sister as a burden, and Aishah was the one who wants her to stay with them. She says she is comfortable living here as this house is filled with memories of her and his late dad. Now that night, Aishah wakes up hearing some noise, and she tries to wake up Johan. But Johan is in a deep sleep, so Aishah decides to go out and check herself. She gets terrified and falls down seeing a ghost outside. The ghost then starts moving towards her, but as she calls out Johan, it disappears from there. Only then she realizes that the ghost is hanging on the ceiling above her, and suddenly she wakes up, and it turns out to be a nightmare. The next day, Zira approaches Johan and says she needs to talk to him, and it's about Anna. She tells him that she cries every day thinking of him and asks him how could he leave her. Johan says she has to understand how he was supposed to continue their relationship with her behavior, partying all night long with all kinds of people. He has given her too many chances, but she took it for granted. Zira says she is not blaming him, but she is worried about Anna. Johan says he loves his family, and his wife is everything to him, so he doesn't want her to be sad if she knows about this. And during this, we see an old lady watching them talking. Later, Johan goes to the mortuary and he checks a dead body there, after which he pushes the dead body back into the fridge. He then makes a note on a paper. However, when he turns back, he gets shocked to see the body out again. He pushes the body back again. But as he is about to leave, he hears some noise from behind him, and we see the ghost raising behind him, who suddenly grabs him and disappears. Outside, Johan encounters the old woman, who hands him a packet, saying she made some cakes for him. He takes the packet and leaves there. Now later, he is going to have lunch with one of his co-workers Rosman, when suddenly Anna comes there and tries to talk to him. Johan gets out and asks her what does she want, to which she begs him not to leave her or she would die. Johan asks her if she knows why he left her, because he has had enough. She is all talk but no action. He asks her does she think they will be happy if they got married. She says she has done her best and what else does he want, to which Johan says nothing and leaves there. Rosman asks him who was that girl and why she was crying, to which Johan tells him that she is his ex-girlfriend before he married Aishah. She can't accept the fact that he is married now. He then eats the cake that the old lady gave him. Later that evening, he tells Aishah that Anna came to see him today and she was begging for him to take her back. But she doesn't have to worry as he will always be loyal to her. Meanwhile, Anna tells Zira that Johan does not love her anymore. Zira tries to explain to her that she should stop thinking about him and she should just move on. Anna says she will never forget him and that not even death can stop her. Zira asks her what else could she do, and tells her that he belongs to someone else. Anna says she can't see him with someone else, and she will make sure he will never be happy with his wife. Now late that night, Johan wakes up hearing some noise. He goes to check following that noise and finds that his marriage photo is lying on the floor. Suddenly he gets haunted by a ghost, due to which he gets terrified. Meanwhile, Aishah also wakes up and finds that Johan is not there. Only then she sees that ghost outside the window, and then it begins entering the room. She tries to get out of the room, but the door shuts. However, she manages to get out and finds Johan there. Johan tries to calm her down and hears someone calling his name. Outside, they find Anna and Zira there. Zira says she tried to stop her, but she really wanted to see him. Anna says she knows she should not come here, but she wants him to know that she really loves him and nobody else can replace him. She says he promised her that they will never be apart, to which Johan says does she realize what she is saying, and he asks Zira to take her home. Anna then asks Aishah doesn't she feel sorry for her, and asks her to let go of Johan for the sake of their happiness. Johan gets angry and asks her to respect his wife. Anna then tries to attack Aishah, to which Johan slaps her and tells her that he will never take her back ever. The next day, Johan tells Rosman that he feels sorry for Anna, but she seems angry towards Aishah. Rosman says she might think that Aishah is the cause of their breakup, and suggests him to see Anna in person for his and Aishah's safety. Johan says something bothers him and Aishah, and he thinks Anna has sent it. Only then the old woman comes there and tries to give him the cakes, but he throws it away and then leaves there. We then see Anna looking at her and Johan's picture with a knife in her hand. She says he will never be safe and then starts stabbing the picture. On the other hand, we see Johan's mother is extremely sick and coughing blood. Meanwhile, Johan feels as if someone is behind him, but when he looks back, he sees no one there. Only then did his phone ring and Aishah tells him that Illa called just now and that his mother is not well, but she took her to the clinic already. She says she is on the way to pick them up because the doctor said they need to take her to the hospital. Johan tells her to bring her to his hospital and asks her to drive safely. She then brings her to the hospital, where Johan tells Aishah that doctors tell him that mom's condition is now stable. He asks her why Illa is not here, to which Aishah tells him that she got an exam tomorrow. Johan asks her to go home and he will take care of the mother. Now as Aishah enters the car, she notices someone sitting in the back seat, but she finds no one there. Suddenly the ghost haunts her, due to which she gets terrified and runs back towards the hospital. Something then hits her face, and when she looks back, she gets horrified seeing that ghost there. Johan finds her there and asks her what's wrong, to which she says she is scared. Now on the way back home, she asks Johan what is this thing disturbing them every night. He says he has no idea what's going on and he thinks someone must be jealous of them. Aishah says Anna is the only one who wants them apart and asks him to do something. Johan asks her to be strong and tells her that he will find a way to settle this problem. Only then does his phone ring, and Zira asks him to reach there as soon as possible. On the other hand, we see Anna slitting her hand with that knife and Zira asking her to open the door. Johan then reaches there with Aishah, and Zira tells him that she saw Anna take a knife to the room. Johan asks her to open the door, but she refuses to open the door and asks him to go away. Johan breaks open the door, and they find that she is severely injured and unconscious. Johan sends her to the hospital with Eva and Zira. Later in the hospital, Johan finds that the nurse is not in the reception, and he notices someone passing from behind him. Then suddenly someone holds his leg, which scares him, and when he starts leaving from there, he hears a woman crying, and as he looks up, he gets terrified seeing that ghost above him. Now before he could understand anything, that ghost suddenly clings to him, but it turns out to be a nightmare. Only then he notices that the old lady is staring at him from outside the house, but by the time he goes out, she has left. The next day, Johan looks for that lady in the hospital, but he does not find her anywhere. He then checks employee records, from which he gets the address of that woman. He reaches her house, where the lady tells him that 10 years ago, he had a son named Camel, and he looked exactly like him. He was a good son, and took care of her after his father passed away. Then one day she came to know that he got into an accident and died. Since that day, her life turned upside down and she became all alone. That is why she always looks at him. By seeing his face, it's like looking at her own son. Johan asks her then what's been bothering him and his wife, to which she says that she knows that something is disturbing him, and if he has hurt someone, he should seek forgiveness immediately because that thing is very close to him. Johan then goes to Anna's apartment, where he gets shocked to see that Anna has committed suicide. Later, Johan tells Aishah that it's all his fault. She asks him not to feel guilty about what happened, as they can't foresee death, and asks him to just pray for her soul to be blessed by God. He then tells Rosman that Anna's mom is sick, so she has given him permission to settle her burial. Rosman says that he will head to his home first and ask him to relax as everything happens for a reason. Johan then checks Anna's body, and he feels very sad about her death, but then suddenly the lights of the mortuary go off. He tries to switch on the light and only then hears some noise from behind, and when he turns back, he gets shocked to see that Anna's body is gone. He tries to get out and finds that the door is locked, but suddenly gets haunted by a ghost, and only then lights turn on and he finds that Anna's body is back. The next day, Johan's mother gets discharged from the hospital, and Johan asks Aishah to take care of her because he has to settle for Anna's burial. Now that night, Johan and Rosman are taking Anna's body to the village for burial, when Rosman explains to him that this is a test for him and he has to accept it. Johan says he made a mistake and he should not have neglected her. He tells him that he has been disturbed by weird things, and he is not sure if it's connected to Anna, but that's what happened when he got married to Aishah. On the other hand, Aishah tells Johan's mother that ever since they got back that day, they have been disturbed by demons. People said that the soul of someone who committed suicide will never be at peace if they have yet to get what they wanted, and that's why she is worried about Johan. Meanwhile, Johan and Rosman notice that the radio on their car suddenly stops, and they hear some noise from behind. Johan tries to look back and gets terrified seeing the ghost watching him from inside the coffin. The ghost then suddenly haunts Rosman, due to which he loses control of the car and they fall into a ditch. Now after a while, when Johan wakes up, he notices that Rosman is dead, and he tries to get out of the car. He gets shocked to see that Anna's dead body is out of the coffin. Johan thinks that he should leave here, but then he decides that he will take Anna along with him. He picks up Anna and starts walking towards the forest, but on the way, his foot slips and Anna's dead body falls from his hand. He goes down to pick her up, but gets terrified seeing the ghost in his arms and runs away from there. He stops after going some distance, but that ghost does not stop following him and starts haunting him every moment. He runs away from there to escape, and here it is revealed that Johan had approached Anna for friendship, but she was not interested in him. She insults him, which really hurts Johan, so he goes to a shaman to get his help to get Anna. Shaman tells him that she will love him more than she loves herself, but only her body and not her real self, because she will be united with the soul of this body, so he shall never neglect her, and if he does, he will never be at peace. It will stick with him until the very last of his breath. Now Johan realizes his mistake, and he asks Anna for forgiveness, and says that all this has happened because of him and he doesn't want to keep this demon forever. Now the next day, he reaches his village and finds that there are people mourning outside his house. He then notices a coffin there and rushes in thinking that his mother has passed away. However, he gets shocked to see that it's his body lying there. Now here it is revealed that Johan had died in that accident, and he gets very sad to see his mother, wife, and sister mourning for him, and he feels remorse for his actions. After this, he sees himself being buried, and seeing his mother, he remembers that his mother had asked him a favor, that if she die first, he will take good care of Aishah regardless of what happens. Please like and subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon never to miss new video updates. Thanks for watching.